Hey, Philip, how long is the intro?
1 minute.
I've been standing on the corner, waiting for the light to turn green.
Can I go now? Cross over? Will the world stop just for me?
You want to make a difference, but you don't know how. Take the time and break away from all your nasty doubts. The world is starting for your laughter, yearning for your love. Your love, you got to live it like you never lived before. Love it like you want it more and more. Be you, that's what you're here for. You're more than enough, more than enough.
Take one step and another. Nothing's done, nothing on you.
Leave all your doubts. You're stronger than those shadows that make you blue. Stand up, you'll be the difference now that you can see. Celebrate, shout out, I'm happy just to be me. Now fill the world with laughter, giving all your love. Your love, you got to live it like you never lived before. Love it like you want it more.
Go ahead, Frank.
Philip, can you give me the screen? Because all I have is a little piece of me in the corner here. And then I have PNBG in front of me. Hold on a second. Speaker view. Nope. I'm sorry, everybody. Oh, there we go. Hi, everybody. This is Frank Coppola. So good to see you. I am the owner of the Adb Coaching Group. The Adb Coaching Group helps entrepreneurs, business owners, professionals identify their strengths and their talents and utilize them to create successful and profitable businesses. But we do it fast. And we work to double your income in less than 6 months. And as a board certified ADD coach, we use the same techniques as well as strategies to bring your business and your health to another level. And we do this using the power of music amongst other disciplines. So very happy to be here with you. Today, we're going to be talking about the 7 things every business owner should know. I'm letting you know that I'm going to be looking at some notes that I have. If you see me looking down, you'll understand why that's the case. So let's start. The 7 things every business owner should know. Number 1, record keeping and organization. By the way, you may want to take some notes here. So record keeping and organization. So you need to have, first and foremost, an idea of what you want to do. You want to be able to see if there's room in the marketplace or something that's unique that people need. Then you need to create a business plan and pay attention to the money flow. Establish a budget in the areas of your business. Very important. Most people don't do this. And if at all possible, have 6 months of cash flow available to you. You need a balance sheet, which is where your money is on a daily basis. You need an income statement, which means how well over time you're doing, because income will change over time. The other thing is, do not co-mingle your personal finances and your business finances. Now, I do know a lot of people here are coaches and professionals, and they seem to work off of several different cards, but it's all coming out of one piece of one bank account, you need to separate them. If you have multiple credit cards, use one credit card for your business. This is a dedicated, keep things separate. Because if you don't, at the end of the year, when the taxes come, it's pretty confusing. And you could get hurt by the IRS by not having this. The second thing you need is to delegate tasks. As a business owner, many business owners have difficulty delegating tasks because they're usually one-man shops and you have to pretty much do everything by yourself. And you have to actually learn how to trust people. For example, one of the things that would be a very good thing to do instead in terms of delegating tasks is to get a bookkeeper. Build in an investment for a good bookkeeper so that they'll be able to show the money going out, the money going in, money that's already been brought into the business, etc. And then you, of course, need to be checking with the bookkeeper on a daily basis to see where you are. The biggest thing you need to do is to gain trust to delegate these tasks. For example, if you're going to get a bookkeeper, it's important to do interviewing as well as checking them down for references. The best way you deal with someone in the bookkeeping arena or anybody in the arena is you give them 3 tasks to do. And if they complete those tasks, they keep their promises, then you can pretty much count on them to do their job and you can trust them. If they don't, then you need to find some other people to work with. But very important. And above all, you want to stay in your lane. You want to stay in what you're good at in your business. So if you're off doing bookkeeping or doing any form of accounting, then you're not really in your genius zone and you're not really out there working with people. One of the things that I've learned to say on a daily basis when you wake up, whether you call it God, whether you call it spirit, whether you call it energy, you want to say, please send me the people I was born to serve. Please send me the people I was born to serve before you go to bed and when you wake up. And then allow opportunity to come into you. And just try it as an exercise. The third thing of the 7 things every business owner should know is follow a proven business model. You want to ask for recommendations. You want to find people that are really good at what they do, and they have a system for doing that. When you get somebody and they become a mentor for you, do what the mentor tells you to. Nothing better than to work with somebody who's successful at what they're doing. And then you want to follow that because you want to build success for yourself. Find successful business owners. They don't necessarily even need to be in your field. But if you happen to be let's say a business coach, you want to find other business coaches that are successful and ask them, could they sit down with you and help you with this? Ask for advice. This is usually difficult for business owners because they want to be the long ranger. Best thing to do is ask for advice because people are more than willing to help you as long as you're not in competition with them. You want to use strategies that are successful. So you want to find success strategies. Again, talk to the people that are successful and find a coach. Coaches need and use coaches. So find your own coach because by doing so, you'll be able to ask advice as well as they'll be able to show you those areas where you can't really see what's going on. They can help you. Number 4, diversify. What I mean by that is be flexible when times change. Perfect example is COVID. How was it that some people made money during COVID and other people didn't? They did so because they were flexible. They changed directions. What offers could you be making differently? You see with a lot of restaurants, someone was smart enough to build out from their restaurant and got permission from, I live in New York, from New York. So they were able to bring in heating, and people were able to go out and have dinner with them without necessarily going into the restaurant, because you couldn't go into the restaurant. It was COVID. That's a perfect example of being flexible. Find out any other distribution systems. Perfect example is if you can't come into the restaurant, then what we're going to do is we're going to deliver to you. We're going to have outgoing food for you. Another example. Another thing is like, what could you do in terms of operations for your business? A client of mine has a trucking company. He realized that the amount of money that he had to pay out to have his own trucks was enormous. So what he did is he hired people who brought their own trucks, because you can do that. And so he took this complete, tremendous amount of money off his books, and then he would hire drivers who would have a truck attached to their engine, etc. Another example is there was a company that made disposable lighters. And as you can see, people really stopped smoking a good deal and their business crashed. So what they did is they changed their disposable lighter business to creating disposable razors, and they succeeded. So there are a lot of different ideas, but you need to come up with a different strategy to be able to be flexible to make changes in your business when you can. Again, this is where a coach could really help you, or other business people could really help you. Number 5, it's completely okay to say no, completely. You want to pay attention if your gut is in line with your values or not. That's a good place to begin with. If what you value in your business is honesty and integrity, and you come across somebody that it doesn't feel like they have that honesty and integrity, that's a person you don't want to deal with. It doesn't matter how much business they send you. You have to be able to say, no, I don't want to do that because it doesn't really line up with the things that I do. So you have to get clear on your expectations and make sure that they're in line with your values. So your expectations and your values, they need to line up. And also, don't take negative situations personally. There's a wonderful book called The 4 Agreements. The very first agreement is don't take anything personally, because it doesn't necessarily have to do with you. It has to do with the other person. I recommend the book, The 4 Agreements. Number 6, be flexible, be resilient. Have a plan B. You had your business plan, have a backup plan, just in case. This goes along with being flexible. If there's an emergency, you want to be able to make changes. And small business owners have an advantage over big business owners. Because they are small, they can, as they say, pivot to be able to make those changes. Again, seek out advice for experts. make sure that you have the proper legal paperwork to run your business. So in terms of that, you want to be able to have proper insurance. You need an insurance person. You want to be able to have something like the Legal Shield, which reviews your contracts, which will put together a will for you. All these various things, particularly if you're in partnership with somebody else, you need these kinds of things to run a successful business. Again, seek the proper advice from experts and look around. There are a lot of people there that can help you, but don't take anybody. Again, look for advice. And last but not least is you need discipline. Running a business takes discipline. Part of the discipline is to develop routines. Like, for example, you get into your office. Some people start at 8 o'clock. I personally don't start until 11 o'clock because my best time to be working with people is between 11 and 6, as opposed to 8 and 2 or 6. That's just my particular way that my body operates. You need to develop a routine for sales. When am I going to be doing sales? The heart and soul of a business is selling, sales. If you don't understand sales, it's going to be very difficult for you to hire a salesperson. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can contact me because I coach people on sales and I coach people on how to develop their business to make more money quickly. Be your own boss. You're in charge. The other side of it is be your own employee. Are you a good employee? In other words, would you hire you to do the job, or would you just take off someplace else? Again, when you're setting up your business plan, you may not want to work 7 days a week, 5 days a week. You may want to say, I'm going to work 4 days a week and I'm going to have my Fridays off, long weekend, and that's how you set up your business. Be the boss. Pay attention to what people say about you. Very important. What comes to mind when people hear your company? Is it uplifting? Is it restrictive? Is it negative? Is it productive? This is a listening that goes out into the world. So it's important that your brand is in line with that. These judgments, are they serving you in the future? Because what you say becomes reality. What we feed into our business grows. So you want to be able to feed positive, good feelings about your business. Deliver on your promises. If you do that, you'll be in good shape. The other thing is get customers that will pay you what you're worth. Again, we talk about your value. What is your value in the marketplace? If your value is $1,000 a month, that becomes your criteria. Now you may want to say, I'm not going to charge this company $1,000 a month. I'm going to put them on scholarship and only charge them $500 a month. Or you'll break down your business accordingly that's going to work with you and work with them. You want to charge accordingly. Big thing for businesses, especially small businesses. Pay yourself first. 5%, 10% of the money that comes in, whatever that amount is, you want to pay first. Because if you don't, at the end of it, you won't have any money. So it's important that you make sure that that gets covered. As your business grows, give yourself a raise. You deserve it. And last but not least, produce more than you consume. Be a producer. create businesses that matter, help people. And remember, please send me the people I was born to serve, because as you have a business, you need to be able to serve people. Well, that's it, everybody. That's the 7 things that every small business owner should know. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a pleasure for me to be able to be giving this to you. Let me ask, are there any questions? Does anybody have any questions they want to ask me? Okay, then we're going to wrap it up. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.
I've been standing on the corner, waiting for the light to turn green.
Can I go now? Cross over. Will the world stop just for me?
You wanna make a difference, but you don't know how. Take the time and break away from all your nasty doubts. The world is starting for your laughter, yearning for your love. Your love. You got to live it like you never lived before. Love it like you want it more and more. Be you. That's what you're here for. You're more than enough. More than enough.
Take one step and another. Nothing's got nothing on you.
Leave all your doubts. You're stronger than those shadows.